I'm now going to try and find the gradient of the straight line section of this graph. And the first thing that I'm going to do is pop a ruler in, and I'm going to try and extend my straight line section to be as large as I can make it, which will make finding the gradient easier. So there I've extended the straight line section to make one long straight line. And then I'm going to choose to draw in a triangle to help me find the gradient. And for this, you want the triangle to be reasonably large. And I'm going to choose two relatively easy points to draw between, but I could have chosen any, but I'm choosing ones that will be relatively nice and easy to read. So now I'm drawing in my large triangle. And then to find the gradient, we always need to do, the gradient is the change in the vertical, which I can write as delta y, divided by the change in the horizontal, which I can write as delta x. And so to find the change in the vertical here, I need to do the final vertical value, which is 36, and subtract the starting vertical value, which is 18, which will give me 18. And then to find the change in the horizontal, I need to do the final horizontal value, which is 450, and subtract the starting one. And at this point, I am starting at this point here, which isn't so easy to see because it's not exactly on a number here. So at this point, it's helpful to see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little squares to represent 50. So each square represents 50 divided by 5, which is 10. So therefore, this is starting 3 little squares along at 30. So I do 450 minus 30, which would give me 420. So now I'm ready to work out my gradient, and I need to do the change in the vertical, which would be 18, divided by the change in the horizontal, which is 420. And I can pop that into my calculator, and I would get let's do that now. So I'm going to put in 18 divided by 420, press equals, and to get it as decimal, I'm going to press the S to D button, and it gives me 0.428, and I think I'm going to round that to 0.043. So I'm discarding the 8, so it's bigger than 5, so that rounds up to 0.043. And to get the units, I do whatever's on the vertical, which would be degrees C, divided by whatever was on the horizontal, which is in seconds. So that gives me 0.043 degrees centigrade per second, or degrees Celsius per second.